Donica, an awful lot of people who I very much defend the right to protest, really crucial in a democracy to have the right to protest, but not to protest where you are actually forcing your views on other people and disrupting people's lives and our economy and our infrastructure. I massively support this public order bill. Do you?
Well, actually, I think it's ironic that on the day the bill was published, the World Meteorological Society said we have a 50% chance now of breaking 1.5
just
in the next 5 years. It's not guesswork, it's science. And I know you don't support the science, but actually the world's scientific institutions around the world do. And what it is ironic. We're shooting the messenger, Julia, which is crazy. We're looking at the people in India suffering a massive heat wave yet again, coming a month earlier than has been traditionally. And the impacts on billions of people is now almost inevitable.
Yes, weather happens. Let's not get into that.
No,
you and I disagree. Okay.
There's a difference between climate and weather.
50-50 chance. Look, I'm so sorry. There's a difference between climate and weather, but what we're talking about is weather. The key thing here is even if this is all, we are in a climate catastrophe, and even if these people, and I'm sure they do very passionately believe in this stuff, nevertheless, we don't need to raise awareness of this issue. My God, we talk about it non-stop. So do governments. We have a net zero policy. So here's the thing. Why do climate activists have to physically stop people, going to work, being able to go to the shops, get their kids to school on time, stopping people being able to buy, petrol from a garage because they've basically stopped the depots being able to get their tankers out? Why do they need to do that to get their point across? Well, if their argument is so strong, why aren't they lobbying government? They can do protests. They can do a big protest outside Number 10. We'll all see it on the telly.
You're an intelligent lady. You know the news. You know that has been done for 30 years. And what have we had?
We've got a net zero policy.
No, we've got a government. Look what's happening. The energy bill coming through today, in yesterday's speech, is actually proposing to pour billions of pounds into new fossil fuel infrastructure in the North Sea. And so therefore, that's why people are protesting, because government's doing the opposite of what... We've got a very clear choice as a country. We have got billions of pounds that we're proposing to invest in energy. The government is proposing to invest that in North Sea oil. The protesters are saying it should be invested in energy efficiency, onshore renewables and storage that will bring down bills for people. The government's proposals are raising bills for people. If we actually care about ordinary people and the right for protest for them to have decent, affordable energy, then this bill is going in the wrong direction.
But regardless of the rights and wrongs about what I don't want to get bogged down on that debate. Regardless of the rights and wrongs of what they're calling for, let's insulate more homes, fine. It's the mode of protest. I absolutely defend people's right to protest. I've got very big issues with the police crime and sentencing bill where it's a subjective decision whether someone thinks that a protest is too noisy and too much of a nuisance and whether or not it should be stopped. There's a difference between that and people who are stopping other people going about their lawful business as their deliberate policy to block a road on the M25. None of those van drivers or people trying to get to work, none of them have a say over what the government policy is. This is about bullying people rather than actually persuading and educating, informing and changing people's minds.
Well, persuading and gently has failed, obviously.
No, Donica, no, I'm not letting that go. I want you to reply. You can't just say that persuading people has failed. That's not good enough.
Allow me to reply. Thank you. Look, there is common ground here. Historically, disruptive protest has actually been part of the British political tradition, and it has been illegal, and people have been arrested for it. And there are people right now, Julia, in jail for the protests for Just Stop Oil. What is worrying, and I think you should be worried as a libertarian supporter.
I'm not a libertarian.
Well, fairly.
Don't tell me what my politics are.
Okay, I apologise. It comes across as libertarian. That's
no, it doesn't.
It's to me personally, it does, but I could be wrong. Apologise.
You don't know what libertarian means, then?
Fair enough. So the common ground is that has been illegal for a century. The suffragettes were imprisoned. The anti-apartheid protests were imprisoned. What is changing is the punitive nature of the legislation. 10 years in jail and unlimited fine is worse than Putin's crackdown on the anti-war protest.
Donica, we've only got Donica, we've got 30 seconds left. You have to stop speaking at some point, my darling. The issue here, though, is you can't compare climate protesters who've got a vote with people who didn't have the vote, the suffragettes, and people fighting for a to end apartheid, black people who didn't have a vote. I think, in fact, that's such an insult to the women and black South Africans. It's such an insult. Persuading didn't work because your arguments are frankly useless and dishonest, and that's why it didn't work. That's why I find so dishonest about this argument. Donica McCarthy will have to leave it there. He's a climate columnist for The Independent.